Hello everybody, welcome back. Late model fixed series times here at Oxford Plains Speedway. Gonna be a struggle. I'm just not real good at this track, have not figured out what to do, and the one is just way faster. I think he was like a quarter of a second faster than what I did in qualifying. Started second, screwed up, actually qualified third, lap one. Should have just stopped and kept that lap, so I could have been on the inside to give myself a better chance at a second place finish. Instead, didn't know what the leader ran, didn't know what second place ran, decided since I didn't run as good of a first lap as I would like, attempted to go faster on the second lap, did, was just enough to grab second, and now we're probably going to get freight train and go to the back, so we'll see what we can do. Try to time the start as best as I can, see if we can somehow slot into second.
Here we go. Go!
Kind of like this, that was about the best start I could get. So it's time to just pull away and not lose second. Because the leader's gone, he's in his own realm, and then we all can fight for second. Glad to race with the 3, he's a viewer, always have a good time with him. He started 4th, hopefully he can make his way up through, and really bad into turn 3. Caught the curb.
The leader's just done a 15.64.
50 laps here. It's going to feel way too long for me since I struggled bad at this track. Just trying to defend the bottom as best as I can, and we'll wait for when the contact's going to come, because this really is a single groove track and there's nowhere else to go.
Lap for Brooks, 15.58. Good lap. That's your quickest so far.
I could probably try to go a little bit faster if I ran it out a little wider, but I would open up the inside potentially. So for right now, I just kind of want to run a more of an offensive line. Give up some time, try to hang on to second.
Your lap time was
just a little bit of brake drag just to try to slow the car down, keep the chassis balanced a little bit. Not wear out that right front too much, that I have some pace later on in the race. We're going to hope that my pedals hold up. I tried to run one of these earlier this week, and my gas pedal just stopped working partway through, and then by the time I got it back, all I had was either full throttle or no throttle. So it's really tough to drive a car like that. It's not a very good race. A little bit of a gap. Away from the 5. I don't know if that means that we're actually faster or if I'm overdriving it and they'll catch up to us later on, but just gonna keep focusing out the windshield. It's the only way that I'm gonna be able to hang on to this. Can't really mirror drive. This is a place I have really struggled to figure out across the board. Nice catching back up. Doesn't look like too much has changed in the top 5. We know the 1's gone.
That was a 15.91.
Just trying to be a little bit more consistent than what I am.
Okay,
Drove
Jake,
the entry there
time's
for one a little bit.
That lap was a 16.00.
Hit the curve there, slows me down a little bit. A little bit of a weaker field overall, but top half of us are all really good, so still pretty happy with it. Like I said, I got absolutely nothing for the 1. Wish I had that kind of pace.
You've just done a 16. 16.00.
So we're a best of the rest scenario. A little bit from the 5.
16.00.
I think the 2's slowly catching the 5. 3's trying to hang on, but he's just not quite there. I believe Chad's in a Krispy Kreme car. I want to say Krispy Kreme or Dunkin', one of the donuts. I think he had a Dunkin' SK mod when I ran with him, so got a little bit of a sweet tooth, like his choice for paints.
The gap to Brooks in front is now 2.4 seconds. That lap time was 16.09.
If I can finish within 5 seconds of Justin for the lead, I'll be happy with that. That'll mean I was only a 1/10 of a second a lap off his pace, which I know that sounds pathetic, but when he outqualified me by 1/4 of a second, I'll be happy with that. I cannot, like, I practiced and found probably about 1/2 a tenth and was really happy with that, and I just cannot find anymore. I'm really missing it this week. Sorry if you're hearing my glove come unstrapped. No time here. No straightaways where you don't turn to try to fix it.
That
Just
was
gonna have to deal with it.
16.11.
Luckily, we'll only have about half the race. A couple laps away from halfway. 14 here eventually. Not there yet, so a few laps to kind of still continue to just ride, try to click off laps.
The gap to Brooks
Probably get into a
ahead
little
is
bit
now
of a
2.6
later
seconds.
entry,
Last
later
lap time
apex,
was
carry a little more momentum.
16.12.
Kind of just comfortable with that or inside tighter line right now too. Whatever I can run as consistent as possible is going to be the most beneficial for
Alright,
me
Jake,
right
you're
now.
halfway home. Your fuel is fine. The gap behind is now 1.00.
Catching up on the 14. Try to time this as best as possible. He goes wide into turn 1.
Right
Thank
side.
you to him.
He's still there. Clear.
Thank you, 14. Very respectful lap car. He stays way wide for everybody, so 2 did get by the 5. So we'll see if he hunts me down.
You've just done a 16.20.
Just a little bit of curve there in turn 2. So he was about half
The gap
a
behind is
tenth
now
faster the last time by.
0.76.
Just need to go a little bit faster in relation to him to try to hang on to second. Did not see how he got by the 5 to see if he used contact or not.
16.20. Good consistency. Keep them coming.
Consistency is going to be the best thing for me to try to stay ahead. Kind of looking at a bit of a diamond line. I didn't want to quite push it out that far.
The track temperature is increasing. It's now 87 Fahrenheit.
2's cut off about a tenth or so. Switch throttle to the center of 1 and 2. Gotta wait just a little bit longer on it.
just done a 16.27.
Trying to use a little bit of throttle to help rotate the car out of 2 and 4. Not really sure if that's working on the clock yet, but seems like the 2, if anything, is slowly chipping away. So if I can keep doing this, I'll be able to hang on to second.
The gap behind is now 0.79.
Looks like he slipped up quite a bit, so gives me a chance to build some lead back up ahead of him. Wasn't quite close enough to draw the 5 back in, but gives me a little bit of breathing room. Looks like the 8. It's the next car up ahead. It's a lap down. Don't know if we'll get to him before the end of the race. We're going to start lap 40 this time by. Hey, we're well within 5 seconds of the leader, so I'm happy with that so far.
That was a 16.24.
As bad as that sounds. Got that curb again there a little bit. Turn 2. I don't have to upset the car too much, but it definitely hurts the exit. Push really wide there out of turn 4. Got a little too early. Now jack 1 all the way up. Alright, settle down. Bad lap, recover, get back into my rhythm. Control the entry to 1 just a little bit.
All right, Jake, we're matching race pace. The gap behind is now 1.03.
So he separated himself out. I've got almost a second on him though, so feeling pretty comfortable right now for hanging on to second. She's telling me I'm running close to the 1's pace, but I'm sure the 1's still in lap traffic, and even if he wasn't, he's probably just running like 50%. I got 1 climbing back on the track. We're way away from him, thankfully, though. 2 gets by him as well. 3 laps to go.
Push, push, push. We can win this.
CrewChief trying to drive some optimism into my point, telling me that I can win it. We got no shot at winning this.
16.21.
Leader's 2.5 ahead, unless he gets taken out by a lap car.
1.23.
With the white flag. Shot at winning this. I'm okay with that.
Okay, Jake. 1 more to go. Keep it together. We'll be on the podium.
Keep it clean here. Come out of turn 4. Grab a 2nd place. It's better than what I expected to do since I was starting on the outside. Hey, did a good job to hold off the 2.
We're on the podium. Good drive.
Recovered from that mistake. Took advantage of his mistake. I finished within a couple seconds of the 1. Pretty happy with that, even if he did take it really, really easy.
Your race is already over.
I don't know if the 1 was not happy with the 7 there at the end, or what happened. We'll take a look at it. Guess that'll be a moment. I didn't think there would be a ton to review, but that'll be something to look at. We'll see where the 3 finished as well. Let's get the overlay off. So the 1 ends up the 3 ends up falling back to 5th at to take a look and see what happened with him. Finish 2.6 back of the one. Let's look at the one's deal at the end. The last few laps. So 7's up ahead. Come back to the 1 to see what happens here. There's where the 10 was coming back on the track. He saw them way off. Let's watch what happens. This is with 3 to go. Let's fast forward. Alright. So this is coming to the white flag. The 7 takes a really high look. I don't know if the 1 thought he was giving it to him. He wasn't there yet, so I don't see anything that the 7's done at this point. Now the 1's still about a car length back. Pushes it wide. This is the point where I would have just laid off. Okay, so sent it in, got into the back of the 7. I don't know if that gave him any incident points. Should be checkered at that point, yeah. So let's see. And then he gives him a shot. I don't know. I don't really see anything. I don't know if he was maybe thinking the 7 was going to pull over and let him by and then never did. I'm not really 100% sure. You guys can tell me if you saw something there that the 1 should be unhappy with. I don't really see much that way. Let's see if anybody else got pretty low incident count overall. So, let's take a look at what happened to the 3 to Chad. Let's see, so he was 5th at that point. Still 5th there. Still 5th there. Still 5th there. Simmons still 5th here. Yeah. Maybe he's just got shuffled out off the start. Let's take a look at his start and see what happened. He didn't get as good of a start as I did. Yeah, so he just got shuffled back to 5th. Got lucky enough the 4 didn't have a very good start, was able to slot in front of him behind the 2, and then could just never really get going from there. So top 5 is not bad here, especially when you start on the outside. Like I said, I expected to get freight train and could have easily been back to like 5th or 6th off that start. I just got a really good break that the 5 didn't get going. So doesn't look like Chad did anything wrong. Just it's the pitfalls of starting on the outside. So take a look at tires really quick. 218, 190, 180, 185. Definitely got to be a little bit more efficient. That way was leaning a little bit too much on that right front. Taking that inside line with that little bit of diamond or just hugging tight to the corner or to the curbing, that can definitely, wear on that right front a little bit more. I just kind of took that as a defensive line to start to try to hold the 5 off, and then kind of just got into a rhythm that way. Still felt like I'd rather just stay in the rhythm than deviate off of it to try to go for a fast lap. So probably could have been a little bit better on tires if I'd run a little bit of a different line. I still had nothing for the 1, but that's kind of where we're at. So it'll get there. I think this is probably, maybe along with Nashville, probably one of the worst trucks for me on the schedule this season on the late model. So hopefully it goes better going forward. I'll try to get some more practice in and try to pick up even more time. But for all things considered, for me, for Oxford Plains, I'm pretty happy with it. So let me know your thoughts. If you happen to see anything between the 7 and the 1 that I didn't catch that I talked about, or if you got driving tips for Oxford Plains just in general, or for the late models here, and try to get you some more competitive races. So until the next one, I hope all your laps are fast, your races are clean, and your finishes are good. Thanks for watching.